name is Caitlin Smith, and I will be presenting my report on doing business in the lucky country, Australia. Australia is the sixth largest country in the world. Today, Australia is very multicultural, and its business culture is heavily influenced by egalitarianism. Egalitarianism is one of the main influences in Australian business culture because it is the doctrine that all people are equal and deserve equal opportunities. It is important to keep this in mind when conducting business in Australia. English is the main language in Australia, therefore, there should not be any language related communication issues. To dress for success, remember these key points. For men, dark suits and ties are the norm for management level businessmen. For women, business suits with skirts or trousers. To avoid looking unprofessional, it is best to avoid excessive jewelry or accessories since they may be viewed as being flashy. If doing work outside the major cities, informal attire is preferred. In tropical areas, men may wear shirts, ties, and Bermuda shorts depending on the job function as well as company culture. Meeting and greeting. Australians are not very formal, so greetings are casual and relaxed, and the use of first names is preferred. Relationships and communication. It is important to note that Australians use colorful language. This language may be unacceptable in other countries. It is also important to use standard terms and not to experiment with Australian terms. Unless your Australian counterpart mentions religion or politics, the topic should be avoided. It is best to avoid comments on their accents. In Australia, accents often distinguish social classes, so comments will not be welcomed. Australians appreciate directness. It is important to say what you mean and mean what you say, otherwise, you may be mistaken as evasive. When communicating non-verbally, remember these key points. When you want to express joy or victory, avoid the thumbs up gesture, since this gesture is also considered to be vulgar. The accepted distance between people in meetings is 1 arm's length. Strong eye contact is essential to demonstrate involvement. Meetings and negotiations. Punctuality is important. However, meetings may start 5 or 10 minutes later than scheduled. The first few minutes of a meeting are commonly dedicated to small talk. Meetings require little preparation beforehand. This stems from their post-planning culture. Those who over-prepare for a meeting may be subject to negative feelings, as this may seem as an attempt to dictate or force their ideas on the others attending the meeting. Meetings are used as forums for open discussion of an issue, resulting in a route forward. After the route forward is agreed upon, a detailed work schedule will be implemented. It is advised to avoid overselling yourself or your ideas. Australians appreciate modesty. When it comes to business, Australians are very straightforward and receptive to new ideas. Currency in Australia. The national currency is the Australian dollar. The Australian dollar comes in denominations of 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100 notes. The coins come in 5, 10, 20, 50, $1, and $2 denominations. Currency may be exchanged at banks, hotels, and international airports. Services such as ATM machines are widely available, but may have limited facilities in remote towns. Immigration and custom requirements for Australia. In order to set up and manage a new business in Australia, you will need a Business Innovation and Investment Visa. You must be nominated by an Australian state or territory government before applying for this visa. Follow these steps for a nomination. Submit an expression of interest through Skills Select. Check if a state or territory government invites you to apply for a visa. You may either wait for them to contact you or you may contact them. Once you receive the invitation, apply for a visa. Certain requirements must be met and you must provide documents to support your application. Once granted, this visa will be valid for 4 years. Weather in Australia. There are 4 seasons across most of Australia. The seasons are opposite from the seasons in the Northern Hemisphere. In Australia, summer spans over December to February, autumn spans over March to May, winter spans over June to August, spring spans over September to November. Australia time. There are 3 major time zones in Australia: Australian Eastern Standard Time, Australian Central Standard Time, and Australian Western Standard Time. Australian Eastern Standard Time is Coordinated Universal Time plus 10 hours. Australian Central Standard Time is Coordinated Universal Time plus 9.5 hours. Australian Western Standard Time is Coordinated Universal Time plus 8 hours. Travel Advisory. Currently, there are no travel advisories. When traveling to Australia, U.S. citizens must exercise the same caution as they would when traveling in the United States. If any crime occurs, report to the local police by dialing 000. Australian culture has a major influence on its business practices. It is important to remember their egalitarianism views. Preparing for business in Australia will ensure a successful business trip as well as a successful relationship with the Australians.